Join us in today's vlog in the beautiful Florida Keys. We start with breakfast at a local staple, Mrs. Mack's in Key Largo. Then we have a boat day in Islamorada. We finish the day with dinner at Lorelei's, head back to Robbie's to feed the tarpon, and check out the cutest dessert shop. This was a day filled with all things quintessential Florida Keys, and I really think you're going to enjoy following along.
We are at Mrs. Mack's this morning. This is a pretty famous restaurant. Everyone will tell you that you need to come here. So this is located in Key Largo in the Florida Keys. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear all of this noise.
It's a lot of noise going on.
You probably can't, and then I just sound crazy. Anyways, there are two locations. This is the original. There's a second location. The original is located like more on the water, I guess you could say. And then the second location is in like the middle of the two lanes of highway. That's how you know. The original is open for breakfast and the second is not. And what I'm hearing is that this is the best place for breakfast, and that if you want to come for like lunch or dinner, go to the second. But that being said, everyone's looking hot to go to the original. And our food is here, so that is perfect timing. Thank you very much. And syrup? Thank you.
And key lime pie shake, we get coffee.
Yeah, this is a really cute place. I'm glad we came here. And it's Friday and it's busy. We were really lucky to get a seat. Highly recommend so far. I haven't even tried the food yet. So I got the famous key lime freeze. Everyone says you have to get it. It's just delivered. This is pretty legit. So I'm excited. I love key lime, so I'm not worried. I think this is going to be amazing. That's so good. If you have this book, which these are like everywhere in the Keys, there is a coupon for free key lime freeze.
There are a lot of great charter companies in Islamorada and throughout the Florida Keys. We booked with Reef Quest in Islamorada, and I will put their website in the description. Trevor was our captain and he was great. Reef Quest is located in the Bayside Marina. It's a smaller marina right next to Bass Pro Shops. Within minutes of parking our car, we were on the boat cruising to our first destination.
All right, everybody ready?
Our first stop was the Alligator Reef Lighthouse. On the way out, Trevor gave us an overview of the history of the area, and essentially what happened is that a ship struck the shallow part and got stuck. They didn't want it to be taken by pirates at the time, so they salvaged what they could, then lit the rest on fire. This actually was not uncommon back then, as this area was randomly pretty shallow and known to be difficult to navigate. Lots of boats have crashed here, so eventually a lighthouse was built. Alligator Reef is an amazing place to snorkel, but on this day the weather conditions did prevent us from being able to do that. It was just way too choppy of water. So instead we headed to the world famous Islamorada Sandbar. This place gets packed in the hot summer months. And on the day that we were there, it was pretty tame because it was actually a really cold day. Like all the boat captains were wearing their winter coats. But it was still a blast. We got in the water anyways and warmed up quickly. And yeah, it was just a really fun day at the sandbar. But I definitely recommend also visiting the sandbar when it is the hot summertime in the Florida Keys. relaxing at the Islamorada Sandbar, we cruised through Venetian shores. If I remember correctly, the canals right up at their houses are private, so you can't like turn into the canals, but you can cruise through the main passage. I really loved this part because the houses there were really impressive. If you've been following along for a while, you know that we love to look at houses, and these were absolutely stunning. The reason we went through Venetian shores is actually because we were headed to Toilet Seat Cut. Toilet Seat Cut is an area that was dredged back before there were laws protecting seagrass and things like that. Basically, someone got sick of how long it took him to ride his boat to his favorite restaurant, so he dredged it, and then more people started using that pass throughout the years. Now, the story is that when Hurricane Donna came through in 1960, there was a ton of debris in the island and on the waters, as there is after a hurricane. Well, one toilet seat was found hanging from one of the homemade posts that marked the unofficial channel. Since then, people have decorated and added their own toilet seats. You'll see some celebrating engagements, anniversaries, marriages, and generally just a little bit of everything.
One chance, you will never regret the things that we'll do. 'Cause I wanna drive through the summer night, and when we are old and gray, we'll look back at this summer night, the summer night. Sleeping in the back of a van, roaming in the wilderness. We don't ever need a plan. We'll be alright, just you and I. Singing from the top of our lungs, dancing by the lakeside. Gonna do it while we're young. In a moment it will all be gone. You gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance. You will never regret the things that we'll do. 'Cause I wanna drive through the summer night, and when we are old and gray, we'll look back at this summer night, the summer night, the summer night, the summer night, the summer night. Someday we will look back, and our hearts will be whole again. I want to remember all that happened to us. 'Cause I wanna drive through the summer night, and when we
After our boat ride, we went home to change, then went out for dinner at Lorelei's. I think Lorelei's is probably one of the most recommended spots in Islamorada, especially for sunset. It's waterfront with live music, and it's great if you want a drink, and it's also great for dinner, lunch, whatever it might be. Their food is great, their drinks are great. It's just a great place. After dinner, we headed to Robbie's to feed the tarpon, and they were not as active on this trip, and we think it's because it was just the end of the day and they weren't hungry anymore, but it was still fun to feed the tarpon. It's always a fun spot to take people in Islamorada. Our last stop of the day was at Key's Chocolates and Ice Cream. I forgot to grab a video of the outside, but it's a small and brightly colored building that's hard to miss. They had a little bit of everything for dessert. Everyone found something that they loved. They even had a bunch of local key lime pie type of desserts, and it was overall just the most perfect way to end the day. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next week for more Florida content.
There's a coconut tree. Yeah. I guess that case is good, right? If one hits it, it'll be funny. Ready?